What were like the main things that you keep on seeing over and over again? And you're like, oh my gosh, this again? Yes, I can help you. And it was kind of an easy fix, but everyone was doing the same thing. I'm sure you saw these, reoccurring.
Nurturing every time. Pe-
Nurturing.
People's nurturing processes are weak. That's always the number one thing. That's the easiest thing to fix. And I have a process to essentially diagnose and audit like an entire company infrastructure. But the easiest thing that I see to increase your rev, um, and what's missing is just proper nurturing. When a lead comes into however you're collecting it, wherever you're getting the eyeball, what's happening after that to convert them into a sale, and mostly what's happening automatically. That's a big part of it. There should be a
Hmm.
lot of automated processes to take that lead and move them to the next step in your sales process. And that's where I see most people lacking, and it's one of the easiest things to fix.
Okay, we always love some good little tactical advice. And since we got you on here, once someone gets a lead, what are like two or three things that you can give us as tips? Maybe we have to do it manual. Maybe we don't have a huge, email list or whatever. But what are two or three things that someone can for sure do to nurture and, eventually convert that lead to a sale?
Yeah, absolutely. The number one thing that I recommend everyone do, because this is the easiest thing to fix and not a lot of people have it, extend how long your email sequence is. That's it. Like people don't build out enough email sequences that are automated from that first conversion point. Like I'll go into companies and they'll have a confirmation email. That's it. I'm like, where's the rest? Where's the year long of emails that should be going out every other day? That's automatic, right?
Hmm.
Like you do that one time and it's automated for life. Like people aren't, 90% of people don't buy right away. Like they don't become a lead. You don't send them whatever you're sending them, and then they don't go buy. Like you're losing out on 99% of your traffic essentially simply by not building out a longer series of automated follow up. The main one being email. That's the standard one, right? Now moving on and above that, obviously on the same thing for SMS. If you're collecting phone numbers, why are you sending them just one confirmation text? Why not send 7 texts in 7 days? Right? Why not drop them a voicemail automatically? Like it takes you 2 seconds to develop it, right? And once you develop it
Hmm.
once, you never have to develop it again. And your conversion
Hmm.
process is going to skyrocket simply because you spent the time to build out a longer sequence of nurturing. And that's where, once again, that's where most people lack. And it's the easiest way to convert more sales and probably one of the most important as well. Because as
Hmm.
you're well aware, you've all heard it takes 7 exposures to get a sale, right? It's like, well, how are you going to do that with one confirmation email that says, "Hey, go here to buy," right? Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that.
So good. So staying on this kind of topic, when it comes down to it, because this is something that I'm learning now. Like I don't have the background in marketing. I was corporate sales, jumped into entrepreneur, or really jumped into real estate as an investor, and then now I'm building Growth House as a community, online immersion, our mastermind events. And so I'm in this position right now where I'm like, I think I just learned about Mailchimp like a couple months ago. Like
Mhm.
I'm in the very beginning stages. So when it comes to an email list, what would be some, maybe tips that you would want to share with people on how to get a good email list and how to make it bigger quicker?
How to make it bigger, quicker. One, you have to find your content strategy, obviously, right? The more eyeballs, the more people are going to see your page. But I think the biggest thing there is the value you're providing on the other side of that brick wall. And so I call a lead page or lead form or wherever your caption leads a brick wall. If you're not providing enough value on the other side of that brick wall, no one's going to break through it. And so my biggest piece of advice is over deliver the reason they should be trading, essentially bartering their information. And so over deliver what's on the other side of the brick wall. So that way they want to break through that brick wall rather than just going up to it and be like, it's not worth going through that. I don't want to take the sledgehammer to that wall. There's nothing on the other side. It's kind of the same thing as like, if you had a safe with nothing in it, you know, a reason to break into it. If you knew there was $1 million of gold in that safe, you're probably going to do a lot of work to get through that safe, right? Same thing happens for a lead capture page. A lot of people make their lead capture page a brick wall to where there's not enough value on the other side of it that where they don't want to break through it. They don't want to put that effort. They don't want to exchange that barter of their information for that value that's on the other side.
Hmm. And do you have like an example of a lead magnet you're like, man, this one is pretty much has worked for a long time, or is everyone very specific to each person's business, or is it
It's
more
very
like,
specific.
yeah.
Yeah, it's very specific to each business. I mean, there's not one solution for everything, for sure. One thing that I like, I mean, it's all pretty standard stuff. And once again, it's like it's different for every single type of. There's a million businesses out there, a million niches. But one thing that I do like is here's something that I do, and so getting kind of relative to what's on the other side of the brick wall, but also what can help with that process is on the brick wall, the capture page, right? I'm just going to outline what you should be doing. So it's not necessarily telling you what that thing should be on the other side, but things that you should be doing to convert higher, right? So a couple things that you should be doing is be very clear and put your copy down to a fifth grade reading level. And so when they're looking at your copy on your lead capture page, what I like to do with AI is whatever your copy is, toss in an AI and say, hey, rewrite this as at a fifth grade reading level. People don't take action on things they don't understand and that aren't clear. Uh, Confused people don't buy. We've heard that a million times. Confused people also don't become a lead. And so I like to, all the copy that I like to do, I like to dumb it down and say, put it at a fifth grade reading level. That makes it very easy to read and very digestible. And so there's not a lot of friction for that reader. Something else I like to do is tell people exactly what to do. And then here's the biggest thing, tell them what's going to happen after they take the action. So what I mean by that, and this is an instinctual thing, and so human nature by instinct fear what they don't know, right? And so when you say, hey, put your information for XYZ, what's missing there? They don't know what's going to happen next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, put my information for XYZ. Then there's the fear of unknown. Well, what happens next? Right. And so whenever you're trying to put sales copy or a video, whatever, to collect a lead, this works as well for actual the sale too, is make sure you're telling them exactly what to do and what's going to happen when they take that action. And so for an example, put your information to receive XYZ. Do that by doing this. What's going to happen after you do this is we're going to send you over via email XYZ. Then you're going to be able to take steps 1, 2, and 3 to get this result.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I did there? It took away the
Mm-hmm.
fear of the unknown and it put preemptively in their mind the result they're going to get when they receive that value.
So
So
good.
now that instinct of unknown, what's going to happen, is gone. So that fear blocker, which is instinctual, that barrier goes down, right?
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what you're giving away, make sure you on the brick wall side of it, make sure you're leading them in that type of sequence.